6ix9ine, Lil Uzi Vert, Soulja Boy, and many more artists have all been involved in crazy scams in the crypto space, with some of the culprits behind the scams making off with millions of dollars. The NFT and crypto craze has led to a lot of shady promo deals, hundreds of thousands of dollars in fines, and millions of innocent people's money lost. Whether or not it was intentional, these are famous artists who scam their fans. Starting off with DJ Khaled, who after being fined $150,000 by the SEC, thought it would be a good idea to do it again. Also, if you like music, make sure to subscribe down below, because this year I'm going to be releasing a video every single Sunday at 12 p.m. CST, so make sure to stick around.
They cannot do what I do. I'm the best that ever did it. One of the biggest producers, DJs, moguls, executives in the game.
DJ Khaled is an artist known for many reasons. From his recently resurging popularity with his funny Let's Go Golfing act, to songs with huge artists like Drake, Justin Bieber, and Lil Wayne. As I'm sure most of you know, DJ Khaled is a huge name that has big reach. However, starting in 2017, he took on what would be his first financial crypto blunder, along with a few other celebrities. In 2017, DJ Khaled would be investigated by the SEC for his connections in promoting an ICO, also known as an initial coin offering. Also, Floyd Mayweather was involved in this as well, so obviously he's not a musician, but I gotta include him in here. Centra, the cryptocurrency platform that organized this ruse, raised $32 million from investors in 2017 alone. Their platform was built on the promise of teaming up with reputable companies like Visa and MasterCard. With this so-called team up, they promoted how a new debit card of the future would soon be available, allowing investors to convert any of their coins into US dollars. In order to gain momentum in the crypto world, Centra deployed a fancy-looking website alongside multiple celebrity endorsements from people like DJ Khaled or Floyd Mayweather. All of this in an effort to gain as much money from investors as possible. These hopeful investors were usually the followers of the celebrities, many of whom trusted people like DJ Khaled or people who weren't very well informed when it came to the crypto space. Then, after making all of these promises, Centra caught the attention of the SEC. Once the SEC did a deeper dive into the platform's structure, they immediately knew something was up. Within a year, the SEC would shut down Centra and file criminal charges for fraud against the owners Sam Sharma and Robert Farkas. In a press release at the time, Stephanie Avakian, co-director of the SEC's Division of Enforcement, said, "We allege that Centra sold investors on the promise of new digital technologies by using a sophisticated marketing campaign to spin a web of lies about their supposed partnerships with legitimate businesses. As the complaint alleges, these and other claims were simply false." Centra was busted, but what about celebrities like Floyd Mayweather or DJ Khaled? Well, DJ Khaled and Floyd weren't behind this. However, the SEC was able to nail them for taking part in it. The SEC would go on to admit that they did not believe Khaled or Floyd intentionally took part in the rug pull, and that they were just as oblivious as everyone else was who got scammed. But they still fined them for $152,000. Also, just so you know, going forward, a rug pull is a crypto scam where the developer hypes it up a bunch, gets a ton of money from investors, and then suddenly shuts down the project or it disappears, making off with the money. DJ Khaled and Floyd weren't fined for fraud like the owners of Centra were. Instead, they were fined for not making it clear to the public that they had received generous payments to promote the ICO. Avakian would say, Mayweather and Khaled's ICO promotions may have appeared to be unbiased rather than paid endorsements. By endorsing the coin, Khaled and Floyd's fans trusted that they understood what the ICO was. Clearly, though, they had no clue, and that resulted in thousands of their fans being conned out of their money. Ironically enough, even after the public investigation, indictment, and value plummet, the coin still had support, but this support was short-lasted, with the coin now being known in the crypto world as a scam. All of this would eventually lead to co-owner Sam Sharma receiving an 8-year prison sentence, a $20,000 fine, and to top it all off, a $36 million forfeiture of all of the money that Centra raised with its investments. Oh, and Khaled agreed with the SEC not to promote crypto anymore. What's funny though is that after all of this, DJ Khaled had another negative run-in with the crypto space when he decided to promote the NFT Bored Bunny. Technically, the SEC views NFTs as digital assets rather than crypto, so DJ Khaled decided to promote yet another sketchy product. The Bored Bunny NFT is basically just a copy of the much more popular Bored Ape NFT. In 2021, the project launched 4,999 Bored Bunny NFTs. These NFTs featured cartoon bunnies designed to look like the influencer promoting it, like this DJ Khaled one for example, and countless of other low effort or random combination designs. On the website's benefits and utilities section, they promised that the investment would 2 times, 5 times, or maybe even 10 times the value of your investment within a few days. Promises like these, along with celebrity cosigns like Khaled's, led to the NFT selling out within an hour of release, raising $7.5 million in the primary market. They also had our boy Floyd promoting this one too.
Board Bunny, I want to say thank you for making me my own NFT. Jeff and Greg, we got a big surprise for you guys. Now what I need everybody to do right now, go get a Board Bunny NFT. We're gonna choose 2 lucky winners and they will get tickets to my next exhibition. NFT, Board Bunny, Money May, exhibition. You bring the 2 together, you get nothing but great results. You're hearing it from the one and only Floyd Make That Money, Mayweather.
Shortly after that, they dropped another collection of NFTs that raised even more than the first one, over $10 million. But what raised some suspicion is that days after that, they announced yet another line of 3,000 NFTs. It was with this drop that investors realized something fishy was going on, as only 532 of the NFTs would be purchased. Well-known crypto investigator Zach XBT would look into the NFT and find out that all of the profits were moved into centralized exchanges in several different wallets. Now, I don't fully understand crypto like I'm sure most of you do, but basically I think this means they just took the money. With scam rumors floating around the crypto world, people started making some noise, which then was followed by a month-long silence from the creator of the NFT known as Jeff. Following this silence, Jeff would publicly say, primarily, the reason of my absence this last month was that I have been through a lot of the emails, messages in private, which is a pretty weak excuse, especially when it came paired with Jeff saying he would refund only $600,000 and send upset investors Board Bunny merch. Zach XBT would look further into the case and find that the anonymous creators were also a part of creating a few other large NFT rug pulls. Amidst the chaos, the creators would even offer up control of the NFT on Discord to a moderator, which was pretty much the move that confirmed the rug pull suspicions. While the creators have not been in any legal trouble yet, with similar situations ending in jail time, it's not surprising to think that might be the fate of Board Bunny's creator. And maybe after this got exposed as a scam, DJ Khaled and Floyd Mayweather will stop messing around with crypto promotions. Similarly and unexpectedly, 6ix9ine decided to get in on his own crypto scam. Speaking of segues, being scammed by your favorite artist sucks, especially when your favorite artist turns out to be a robot. The sponsor of today's video, Ground News, is gonna help me explain the time that Frank Ocean fans were understandably super desperate for new music, so much so that they bought tracks from a scammer that were created by AI. I only take sponsorships from brands I trust, and I think platforms like Ground News can really help us see through misinformation when there's so much of it online. The Ground News app and website gather related news articles from around the world, highlight different perspectives, and provide context about the source of the information so readers have a more accurate understanding of any topic they want to learn more about. So of course the story on how the scammer Morning Assassin made around $13,000 from selling fake, unreleased music caught my attention when making this video. Its summary is based on nearly 20 sources that Ground News found reporting on it, and down below you can read exactly what these articles are saying. As many of you know, this is not the only time it's happened. It's actually been an issue a lot recently. In response to all of this fraud, Spotify removed thousands of songs from an AI music startup called Boomy from its platform. Surprisingly though, artists like Grimes said they actually welcome AI music and said she wouldn't mind if people used her voice if she got half of the royalties. There is a ton of information surrounding this story, so the lesson here is to check your sources. Ground News is your best bet to compare original sources of information with how the media frames it, like we did here with this Frank Ocean story. They even show you tabs next to the article's source to highlight its political leaning, reliability, and ownership, so readers know exactly where they're getting their information from and any type of bias that may affect its reporting. See for yourself how, and gain access to reliable information on current events by going to ground.news/MattyBalls. You can get 30% off the Vantage plan if you use my link, or you can try it for less than $1 this month. I highly recommend giving it a go, so make sure to check out the link in the description or in the pinned comment. Now let's get back to the video.
I know a lot of you guys are wondering what happened with 6ix9ine's last NFT project. I want to first start off by saying I apologize.
6ix9ine was part of a sketchy NFT scam that left many investors down on cash, with one person losing $40,000. 6ix9ine is a rapper that has seemingly been shrouded in controversy since the beginning of his career, which is funny too because of how young his rap career has been relative to the others on this list. His biggest and most notable controversy is obviously his gang-related activities, along with the whole ratting out his friends thing. This leads us to his involvement in an NFT scam. Unlike Khaled though, due to 6ix9ine's public reputation, collection, it's kind of surprising how many were fooled by the scam. I mean, if one of you guys fell for it, I'd be pretty disappointed. 6ix9ine's literally known for being a rat, so you probably should have expected that giving the rat money wouldn't end well. But on the brighter side, you're not alone, as the reason this is on the list is that lots of people fell for it. In 2021, the NFTs released were part of the Trolls collection that at announcement was supposed to include 9,696 mints. On the website, buyers were promised 5% returns on the NFT's transaction every time it exchanged hands, a 2D boxing game with a weekly prize pool in the Trollverse, voting control over $100,000 of profit, which was supposed to go to 5 different charities, weekly competitions and raffles on the Discord, and the list of promises goes on. On the day of the launch, the creators changed the total number of NFTs to be minted down to 6,969, which in retrospect would have made a bit more sense. Within a week of the project start and after almost 5,000 NFTs were minted, the ability to mint was halted. The abrupt change in structure supposedly came on the tail end of a large hack on the Discord server. This hack was basically a fake minting link being sent to all the channels that led to hundreds of investors being completely scammed. One of the Discord mods even made it sound like the hack was being circulated by one of the other moderators. With the project going down the drain, another moderator announced that 6ix9ine would comment on the situation soon. But rather than commenting on the situation, 6ix9ine removed the troll's avatar from all of his social media profile pictures and deleted any content associated with the NFT collection. Although the team claimed they were refunding those who were hurt by the hack links, it is yet to be seen if they actually did. The team behind the Trolls NFT also failed to deliver on the promises of charity donations, a game with prize money, and royalties on NFT sales. They would also go on to airdrop the remaining NFTs to people who had already invested, as they thought minting more would only make it worse. But by giving away the NFTs for free, it only made the bad situation worse by further devaluing the project and opening other routes for scammers to take advantage. In the following weeks, it was discovered that the team employed thousands of bots in the Discord to make interest seem a lot higher than it actually was. Of the reported 80,000 users in the chat, around only 4,000 were deemed active. It is on this Discord that investors would continue to express their concern, which was only met with mass bannings of users, and they even banned words like floor price in all channels. The remaining dedicated investors have set up their own Discord and structure in order to try and recuperate investments and the overall life of the project, but it seems like things are too far gone. The whole situation has not led to any arrests or fines, but with how much legal trouble 6ix9ine has already been in, it wouldn't be too surprising if this was part of it. And even though this whole project turned out to be a big mess or scam or whatever you want to call it, it doesn't seem like 6ix9ine learned his lesson, as months later he went on to announce another NFT project called Gine, where he would again make some huge promises, but it seems like this project never really took off. He eventually did apologize for his Trolls NFT collection, although that was just to advertise his next NFT project.
I know a lot of you guys are wondering what happened with 6ix9ine's last NFT project. I want to first start off by saying I apologize. I apologize because I jumped in to the NFT community without knowing what an NFT was. I didn't know what an NFT was. I didn't know what crypto was. I wasn't well informed. It was a paid partnership that I took advantage of, and I said, you know what, let me get into something that I don't know that much about. So to all my fans who joined that, I extremely apologize for that being done. What makes this so different, what makes Gine NFT collection so different, is that it's not a paid partnership. This is my brand, 6ix9ine News label, 6ix9ine News brand. Powerful team behind this of developers, designers, moderators.
That segue was almost comical. To be fair to 6ix9ine, it is possible he wasn't aware of what was going on behind the scenes, but promoting something he doesn't know much about just never goes well. Just ask Lil Uzi Vert, who was in hot water for doing the same thing.
It made me wanna be like, I wasn't sad because I was young, but it made me want to, I felt sad.
Lil Uzi Vert is another huge artist who unfortunately decided to promote another NFT scam that he likely had no knowledge about. Following the release of Uzi's long-awaited Eternal Atake in 2020, Uzi was probably the biggest he ever has been. So in 2021, some NFT folks decided to pay him to promote their new collection, Eternal Beings. One thing you'll notice about a lot of these collections is that they are named after something that sounds like it has much more to do with the influencers promoting promoting it than it actually does. Like the Trolls NFT supposedly wasn't 6ix9ine's project, the Eternal Beings project supposedly wasn't Uzi's. Eternal Beings is an NFT collection of AI generated cartoons meant to look like Uzi in one way or another. And let me tell you, these are the worst NFTs I've ever seen. All NFTs are typically ugly, but these might take the cake for the worst. The project made promises to its investors like guaranteed profit and being invited to attend an exclusive Uzi concert. On Uzi's Twitter, he even made a guarantee that may land him in legal trouble with the ever-changing legal landscape of NFTs in the SEC. The tweet read, "Tomorrow 8 p.m. EST, Eternal Beings begins. 6+ SOL minimum floor easily." This statement guaranteeing success along with the following fall-off is technically illegal, and depending on factors like if Uzi was paid to make the statement, it could land him in a very hefty fine, just like we saw with DJ Khaled. It is also unclear if Uzi himself was part of the project or if he was just an unknowing celebrity endorser. Either way, Uzi could end up in some hot water. Early after the project's release, Uzi deleted all of his tweets about the release with the collection. This sent the 44,000 investors on the project's Discord into a panic. Moderators tried to calm them down by insisting Uzi was just taking a step away from this till his album was done, and that investors were being pure idiots all fudding at once. But as time would tell, this was not true. The moderators would apologize for lacking professionalism and insist that they had plans to bring in more influencers, create merch, still host the concert, and even drop another collection called Baby Uzi NFTs. But Uzi would go on to delete all of the promotional tweets associated with the project anyways, and on multiple platforms the Eternal Beings account would be suspended. Since Uzi's disconnection from the project, it is speculated that he has no clue about the details involved and was more of a figurehead. This is one of the more controversial instances where many people believe Uzi's entirely innocent, which is possible if he's not running a social media or if his team made him post that. But regardless, the NFT project itself was a big scam. Like many others on this list, BowWow, NeYo, Fred Durst, and Jason Derulo all got wrapped up in a crypto scam during the NFT craze.
You need to go ahead and get on this right now. I'm telling you, right? I discovered this NFT page and they just announced a public sale. It's a big project.
BowWow, NeYo, frontman of Limp Bizkit Fred Durst, and lazy YouTube Shorts reactor Jason Derulo all have one thing in common, and that is Rich Dwarf's tribe. Just because these guys aren't at the peak of their careers doesn't mean that these names don't have significant influence. And like we've seen all throughout this list, there were some people who wanted to utilize these celebrities' influence. Rich Dwarf's tribe, as I'm sure you can guess, was another NFT rug pull in which the creators allegedly ran off with $3 million worth of Ethereum. In early 2022, they partnered with tons of influencers like the 4 guys I just mentioned, helping bring a lot of publicity to the project.
You need to go ahead and get on this right now. I'm telling you, right? I discovered this NFT page and they just announced a public sale. It's a big project, and to me, it reminds me of like when the apes drop. You know what I mean? This right here gonna be no different, and you definitely want to go ahead and do what I'm about to do. I'm gonna go ahead and do it right here on my Insta story. Check this out. I'm gonna go ahead and mint that thing. I'm gonna go ahead and click confirm. See that? Bam.
Many may have missed BowWow straight up just reading a script and ended up getting caught in the hype. Within 24 hours of launch, the Discord had over 10,000 members, which should have been the first sign that something was up, as these turned out to be bots. The creators of the project would go on to identify themselves as the dwarf avatars Brock, Umdal, and Erorg, or however the heck you're supposed to say it. They said that they chose to maintain anonymity because they've worked on a plethora of similar multi-million-dollar projects. They provided no examples, but instead each had a fake backstory which had different elements of made-up experiment, which was very fishy. Once a bit of buzz was building in the NFT community, they were able to secure the artists previously listed and more through bribes for promotion. They also paid off popular accounts in the NFT scene to promote this. Once artists were connected and money started flowing in, the creators began their escape. They promised things to their community on Discord like a bunch of free NFTs, and it would be these brainwashed investors that would do most of the community work required to keep the scam afloat. Ironically, these users were so ignorant to the fact that it was a scam that they would begin banning folks for discussing the project's negative potential and would go on to promote short-run methods in order to keep the collection afloat. They even went as far as creating a cash giveaway program, which after being investigated on the blockchain also ended up being fake. With anger building in the Discord, the project owners let out an array of stupid excuses. exchanges. Eventually, when everyone came to realize it was a scam, the last form of contact with the owners came from Brock when he logged into the Discord and taunted users, which officially confirmed that the NFT was a scam. Thousands of people were conned out of their money, and they were so upset that they went on to create their own counter NFT community called the Angry Dwarves Tribe. In this community, they are trying to rebuild what Rich Dwarf Tribe once promised, but instead with true transparent leadership and actual ethics. Like we've seen over and over again, these celebrities hyped up a scam they likely knew nothing about just for some money, which, like in DJ Khaled's case, could land them in some hot water. However, unlike these guys, Soulja Boy seems to have known exactly what he was doing when he was promoting multiple crypto scams.
My partner was telling me about Bitcoin when it was like $200, and he just kept telling me about it, He was like, man, to get Coinbase. Link up. Hey bro, you need to get Bitcoin.
Quavo and Lil Yachty are among the list of artists who promoted some shady crypto stuff they probably didn't know much about. But Soulja Boy got paid $730,000 from 73 promotions, likely causing tons of people to lose a lot of money. Announced in 2021 and released in 2022, Rap Doge was a crypto coin with a lot of mystery surrounding its origins. Coffeezilla even said on Twitter that Lil Yachty claimed to have created it, but no one's really sure if that's true. It seems to be a ripoff of the popular Dogecoin, but with rap tagged at the front, since it was a coin supposedly created or at the very least being promoted by a bunch of rappers. Soulja Boy, though, was the one who seemed the most involved in this coin. Lately, he's been known for his interest in the crypto world and promotions of various NFTs or crypto projects, many of which ended up being scams. Through lots and lots of deep diving, crypto scam investigator Zach XBT was able to unveil that over the months following his promotion of Rap Doge in 2021, Soulja Boy made 73 promotions and dropped 16 of his own NFTs. Many of these Zach claimed were scams. And supposedly after making 73 promotions, Soulja Boy was paid over $730,000. Soulja Boy's posts have likely resulted in fans losing combined hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions, all across the board with the scams he promoted. And as I'm sure you can guess, after making a ton of money from investors, Rap Doge turned out to be another rug pull. There's almost no information on Rap Doge, like hardly anything I can find, and we're not even sure who actually created it. But what we do know is that it was another scam promoted by some rappers. So while many of the facts regarding Rap Doge are unclear, it's not likely there was much negative intent by Quavo or Lil Yachty. They were probably just trying to make some money. Soulja Boy, though, has been involved in so many crypto scams, has been charged by the SEC, and was also sued. So it seems like he's alright with scamming his fans. And just like how Yachty claimed he created Rap Doge, T.I., for whatever reason, decided to say he was a co-owner of another crypto scam.
So we just gonna make sure that we give everybody the best tip album that we can give them.
In 2017, T.I. chose to partner with Flick and Coinspark. T.I. teamed up with the owners Chance White, Owen Smith, and William Sparks, along with Ryan Felton. He claimed to be a co-owner, which wasn't true, but it was pretty suspicious. Anyways, T.I. began promoting Flick and the Coinspark coins, but as it turned out, both coins were unregistered with the SEC and fraudulent, which led to investigation. With the SEC taking a closer look, they found out that along with the coins not being registered, the entire plan that was promoted publicly basically did not exist. This plan, which was promised to investors, included Flick becoming a full-fledged streaming platform and Coinspark becoming a digital asset trading platform. They also claimed that the coin would have tremendous growth and would be worth $15 in a little over a year. Right now, it's actually worth 0.0002 cents, and it hasn't even been traded in years. So when people like T.I. promoted this coin, like every other one, it made a ton of money. But if their plan to make it a streaming service was never in place, what did they do with the money? Well, the SEC says that Felton, at least, allegedly used the funds he misappropriated and the proceeds of his manipulative trading to buy a Ferrari, $1 million home, diamond jewelry, and other luxury goods. This is when the charges started flying. And T.I. is actually pretty lucky because he never personally received money from the promotion. But him and his team still had to pay $75,000, as well as agreed to not promote any digital currency for the next 5 years. They cooperated and agreed with T.I.'s spokesperson saying, Mr. Harris regrets his involvement with Mr. Felton. He attempted to help a local entrepreneur who presented an innovative idea for a streaming online platform that would help reduce the barriers of entry for creators of music and video content. Regrettably, Mr. Felton apparently never built built the platform he promised T.I. and many others, and instead sought out to profit from Mr. Harris's popularity and reputation. Mr. Harris never took a dollar from Mr. Felton's failed venture, and immediately removed his name from it once he learned that the project was undeveloped. Mr. Harris responded to all inquiries made by the SEC, and the settlement announced today is in full satisfaction of that investigation. Mr. Harris will continue to look for ways to help new artists gain access to digital distribution. A lawsuit put together by 25 investors was targeted at everyone involved in Flick, even naming Kevin Hart for some reason. But luckily for T.I., the judge dismissed the case against him. Overall, it seems like many of these rug pulls or pump and dumps are targeted scams on multiple levels. But like I've said before, it's likely that most of these artists' management brought these deals to them, probably didn't really explain it too well, and they just agreed to them so they could make some money. So I'd assume it's more so the management's fault, but with their influence, they definitely should have vetted these deals and made sure that they weren't ripping off their fans or promoting a scam, which many of them were. So moral of the story is, if you're a musician and your team is trying to bring you an NFT to promote, you probably shouldn't do it.